Coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News, we have a look on how groups on MTSU's campus are bringing awareness to an important cause.
A local community day is looking to create a wind of change, and a weekly event is helping MTSU students to find their next road in life. All those stories plus your local weather and sports. Middle Tennessee News starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Dylan Simmons.
And I'm Elise Sandlin. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News.
Last week, the City of Murfreesboro released the updated Greenways, Blueways, and Bikeways Master Plan. Middle Tennessee News reporter Kylie McLemore takes us on a walk.
The community is really excited about it. We hear about that, just through anything from social media to emails to phone calls, just that feedback of how important it is for people to be able to use our greenways.
The scene is beautiful, and it seems like spiritually I can hear the water, hear the trees, see the flowers.
Years later, Murfreesboro looks a lot different, and so it was great that we had the chance to be able to make this big update to it because a lot of things have changed.
Thanks, Kylie. We can't wait to see the progress of the Greenways, Blueways, and Bikeways in the future.
Organizations in Rutherford County spread awareness for sexual assault and domestic violence during the month of April. Reporter Kirsty Wolliver brings the story.
This is Kirsty Wolliver for Middle Tennessee News. For students at Middle Tennessee State University, April means more than just final season. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and groups are bringing awareness on campus simply by walking.
We have Walk a Mile in Their Shoes. This event used to be Walk a Mile in Her Shoes, and what we did was we had men participate. They walked in high heels, so it was sort of, again, a visual representation of what women go through.
There are other events happening on campus meant to bring awareness to these issues as well.
Sexual assault and domestic violence are two huge crimes in Rutherford County, especially in Murfreesboro. 53% of the crime that Murfreesboro Police Department reports to are domestic in nature.
Rutherford County is facing these issues head-on. Organizations such as the June Anderson Center and the Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault Center are working to protect the lives of victims and educate others on these important topics.
1 in 6 women and 1 in 5 men are sexually assaulted. And it's even higher in college. It's 1 in 4 women.
That's why it's so important for centers like us to exist in order to provide those services that are needed for survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault.
In Murfreesboro, reporting for Middle Tennessee News, I'm Kirsty Wolliver.
Thanks, Kirsty. Events like these and more will continue throughout the month of April.
Nashville's Mothers Over Murder chapter leader Clemmy Greenlee hosted another successful community day this past Saturday. Kalea Jackson has more with the story.
If you missed the party in Hadley Park this past Saturday, you missed a joy. As founder and CEO of Nashville Peacemakers, Clemmy Greenlee hosted her 3rd annual Clemmy G Community Day.
Well, this is Clemmy G Community Day. I'm a community advocate against sex trafficking and gun violence. I always want to love on people, but today out here, we are joyful, jumping for joy, making noise.
And making noise was right. In addition to music, food, prize giveaways, and live entertainment, there was also a car show that took place at Clemmy G's Community Day. Luxury cars and fast motorcycle owners competed to see who had the loudest engines.
The fact that she had this an event, like I said, it's super amazing, and I hope that she continue to do events like this because it helps us vendors, because sometimes we don't know where our next sale will be from. So just having these type of events, like I said, we truly appreciate her.
Shout out to Miss Clemmy. Shout out to everybody that made this event.
Vendors were there to advertise clothing and apparel or great taste in food. Jatika Knight of People Helping People Agency traveled from Murfreesboro, Tennessee to educate others on the importance of financial literacy.
Financial strategies when it comes down to building wealth and retirement. So it's like stuff that they didn't teach us in school. So how to make your money, make money for you.
I'm here to support Clemmy Greenlee and the community and to network and enjoy myself.
My third year doing this Clemmy G Community Day. You are always wanted in my world.
Ms. Greenlee, I'm so grateful that you put this amazing event on.
Middle Tennessee News, Kalia Jackson.
Thanks for the coverage, Kalia. Looking forward to next year's 4th annual Clemmy G Community Day. And now Taylor Pennington joins us with our first look at the weather. Now, Taylor, the Mid-State has resembled a water park in the last couple of days. Is that the case again today?
Well, Dylan, it looks like the rain will be sticking around for a couple more days, so make sure you pack a raincoat. The chance of rain across the Mid-State today will be accompanied by mostly cloudy skies. Murfreesboro will see a high temperature of 72 degrees. McMinnville and Woodbury will have a high of 71 degrees, and Manchester, Mount Juliet, Smithville, and Shelbyville will see a high of 70 degrees today. Despite the 70-degree temperatures today, the cloud coverage will leave us with a slightly chilly day. Back to you, Dylan.
Thanks, Taylor. And still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, a local Boys and Girls Club is opening a studio that hits all the right notes, and an MTN reporter gives us a look on their journey to see the true form of the 2024 eclipse. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just a little moments. I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But
I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. Middle Tennessee State University has a weekly mini event called Tabling Tuesdays inside the Student Union. Reporter Colby Holbrook has the story.
Just inside of Middle Tennessee State University's Student Union, there's a weekly event called Tabling Tuesdays.
I met this wonderful lady at the Career Development Fair, and she gave me information about the internships that I could have, the opportunities that I could have. And she was really great in the information. I'm definitely going to check it out.
A little bit about Tabling Tuesday is that it allows organizations and departments on campus to kind of come to a common environment where students are going to pass through on their lunch breaks or in between classes, and where organizations and departments can kind of just talk more about what they offer on campus.
April is the Financial Literacy Month. She was asking students questions and making them know more about financial literacy. I got all of 3 right because of one of my classes, and it was a really fun experience. I also played Prinko.
Don't forget to stop by next semester. Maybe one of these tables can help you. Colby Holbrook, Middle Tennessee News.
Thanks, Colby. Tabling Tuesdays will continue in the fall semester. Make sure to check it out.
A recording studio has just opened in the Franklin Boys and Girls Club. Reporter Michaela Sandlin has the story.
I remember all the words to There you go. It's fun.
The Franklin Boys and Girls Club has just opened its own in-house recording studio, extending even more opportunities for its members. Director Jade Hughes has been planning the integration of the studio with Notes for Notes for a while.
So it's been in the works for quite some time, but we officially opened in January, and we had our grand opening March 20th of this year.
With the implementation of the studio, kids within the community are learning basics within the music realm. From Ryan Venable, the club's studio producer.
I think the kids just really like to spend time together, especially doing karaoke and singing, and getting.
While Venable allows his students to have fun, his overall goal is to lead them in music.
Really try to focus on teaching them piano and guitar first.
Club member Renee is one of Venable's students that wants to be a songwriter when she gets older, sharing some of her own goals for her time within the program.
Write more songs and learn more songs on piano and guitar.
We're going to learn bending next.
Which is exactly what Venable plans to do.
C-sharp major. Where's C-sharp on the piano?
Venable has much more to teach his students going forward, and luckily many are willing and excited to learn.
This one.
Michaela Sandlin, Middle Tennessee News.
Thank you, Michaela. What an amazing opportunity.
To some people, a fiddle is just a bluegrass instrument, but to Jennifer Lynn Hobbs, it means so much more. Alexis Phipps has the story.
Four-time national fiddle champion, youngest junior fiddler winner at the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree, youngest overall winner of the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree, and much more. We're talking about none other than Jennifer Lynn Hobbs, a small-town celebrity from McMinnville, Tennessee. Steve Boots, past co-host of the Jamboree, had more to add.
She was just one of the better players of all the years that I hosted the Jamboree, from the mid-'80s until just, I guess, like 10 years ago.
With Jennifer being as good as she was, she got to do things that most musicians had dreamt of.
That was my coolest music memory, getting to play with Charlie Daniels.
But it wasn't about the awards and recognition for Jennifer. Music had brought her much more than any trophy could.
Oh man, I'm gonna get a little emotional. It brought me so much more in life than just like a music career or a hobby. I met my husband at a bluegrass music festival, but I had known his grandfather, the gentleman who had put on Pioneer Days in Livingston since I was probably 7 or 8, and he was friends with Granny and Papa. And he actually introduced me to my husband, and now I have these 2 beautiful children. So how much more can you hope for from what started as a hobby?
Jennifer hasn't played in years, but don't let her humble nature fool you. She can still rip a few licks.
Not riding a bike, no matter what people want to tell you, because I can't just grab the fiddle and play like I used to.
Alexis Phipps, Middle Tennessee News.
Thanks, Alexis. The power of music sure can do amazing things.
And now Taylor is back with tonight's forecast. Now, summer is starting to knock on the door this year, which means warmer nights. Taylor, is that going to be the case for tonight's conditions?
Dylan, the mid-state will see some of those warmer nights going into the later parts of this week. Murfreesboro, McMinnville, and Woodbury will see a high-low for tonight sitting at 63 degrees. Mount Juliet and Smithville will see a low of 62 degrees tonight. Manchester and Shelbyville will see the lowest temperature of the night at 61 degrees. These low 60-degree temperatures will bring in rain and the possibility of thunderstorms throughout the night.
Thank you, Taylor. And when we get back from break, Taylor will be back with our full 5-day forecast, and Ryan Martinelich is over in the MTN Sports Den. Stick around.
My late friend James Gandolfini and I got to know a lot of combat vets over the years when we were in Iraq and in Afghanistan. And it guts me to know that 22 of you are taking your own lives every day. Yeah, I play tough guys in the movies, but yous are the real tough guys. And the toughest thing to do sometimes is look for help. I want you to know, reaching out is an act of strength. And our friends at Wounded Warrior Project are here to help. You don't have to go it alone.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
I'm a firefighter.
A teacher.
I'm a farmer. I'm a barber.
A waitress. A mom.
We're all part of your community. Every day we move in and out of each other's busy lives.
It's easy to take for granted all the little moments that make up our everyday.
Some are good, others not so much.
But that's life. It's when you experience a moment of uncertainty.
Something or someone's behavior that doesn't seem quite right.
These are the moments to take a pause.
Because if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not.
It's not about paranoia
or being afraid.
It's about standing up and protecting our communities.
One detail at a time.
Because a lot of little details can become a pattern.
We
trust our instincts.
Just like you should.
Because only you know what's not supposed to be in your everyday.
So protect your everyday.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
Here's Taylor for our 5-day forecast. Now, Taylor, I think we are all about ready to get off the rain train. Is it pulling into the station soon?
Well, Dylan, for the next 2 days, Murfreesboro will not be escaping the rain, but the weekend will bring sunny skies. Today, Murfreesboro will see a high of 72 degrees and a low of 63 degrees. There is a possibility of thunderstorms throughout the night and into early tomorrow morning. On Thursday, temperatures will be slightly cooler, sitting at a high of 65 degrees and a low of 48 degrees with an 83% chance of rain. Friday, there is a high of 67 degrees and a low of 43 degrees with partly cloudy skies. And Saturday will bring great weather for those MTSU Springs football game with a high of 78 degrees and a low of 57 degrees, with sunny skies during the day. And Murfreesboro will see the warmest day of the week on Sunday with a high of 81 degrees and a low of 63 degrees with mostly sunny skies. The spring weather will make its way into the mid-state later this week, making for sunny skies and warmer weather for the weekend. In other weather news, Tennessee's partially solar eclipse on Monday, the first one in 7 years. To see it in totality, some chose to make the trip to North Indiana. MTN reporter Liv Rapier has the story.
A total solar eclipse is pretty rare.
This is special. I know we won't have another one for 20 years.
That's why a group of individuals decided to seize the opportunity to view this one in totality. From Murfreesboro to Evansville, Indiana, the drive was worth the view.
You can put it on, and then you can watch this thing, and then you can see the moon trying to come in front of it.
I wanted to come because in 2017 we watched the total eclipse at MTSU with family and friends. And it was just a beautiful experience. It was so much fun. I will remember it forever. And this time it wasn't coming right where we are, but I wanted to recreate some of that. So I got some people together and here we are.
On April 8th, totality lasted only about 3 minutes in Evansville, but it was definitely a sight worth savoring. With MT News, this is Liv Rapier.
Looks like the view was worth the trip. Thanks, Liv. That's all I have for this week. Dylan, back to you.
Thanks, Taylor. Ryan's got the good stuff in the MTN Sports Den. Stick around here on Middle Tennessee News.
Wait, how did they all go out simultaneously?
Were you born from 1945 to 1965? People born during these years are 5 times more likely to have hepatitis C. But most people with hepatitis C don't know they're infected. So even if you try to eat right, exercise, and take care of yourself, you could still have hepatitis C, a serious liver disease. People can live for decades without feeling sick, but over time, hepatitis C can cause serious health problems and even lead to liver cancer. Getting tested is the only way to know if you're infected. That's why the CDC recommends everyone born from 1945 to 65 get a blood test for hepatitis C. Treatments are available that can cure this disease, so talk to your doctor about getting tested. It could save your life.
3, 2. Welcome back into the MTN Sports Den. MTSU is set for their blue and white spring football game this Saturday, getting the team and fans ready for the season this fall. MTN Sports reporter Ian Wolf says things are looking up in head coach Derek Mason's first spring practice, and some new transfers could bring a spark to the team.
athlete, right? Then you go to the football part, right, which is spring ball. And I think that's the first development piece of hitting the grass and truly understanding, like, our schemes. So it's not going to be perfect. It's just information. Like, for those guys and coaches, and what you want them to do is develop confidence.
Love it, more family-like. Coach Mason's been great with it. He's been transitioning this program great, and I just love the direction it's going in.
And they're really trying to help everybody get acclimated very well. And what I hope to showcase is just getting my name out there and people knowing that I could be a player that they can depend on.
Thanks, Ian. The spring game will be free to all fans who attend. And visit the MTSU Athletics website for more information on the game. That's all I have in the MTN Sports Den. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Ryan. Here's the hard part. Wrapping up our show tonight for the final time this semester, there are a few goodbyes that we are saying tonight here on Middle Tennessee News. Ryan and Elise, thank you so much for all you do for MTN. Elise, as an assignment manager to an anchor, you have brightened many days and you've given us many great stories over the last year. Thank you so much for being a part of our MTN family. And remember us when your books are on the shelves across the country as well when you're out there writing novels. And Ryan, for our sports director, your sense of humor and many fun facts have been always a treat in the newsroom. Thank you for your passion for MTN, and personally, thank you for being one of my best friends. Can't wait to see you calling golf in Augusta one day, friend.
Well, thank you, Dylan. And thank you, Kira and Carly, for your time working with Middle Tennessee News. As graduate students, you have done an amazing job being a sounding board for our newsroom and educating on how to be a great journalist. Your leadership and love for MTN will never be forgotten and will always be appreciated. Thank you, and we cannot wait to see what your future holds. And thank you for joining us on Middle Tennessee News. If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website. I'm Elise Sandlin, joined by Dylan Simmons, Ryan Martinelich, and Taylor Pennington.
Make sure to follow us on all of our social media sites on Facebook/Middle Tennessee News or at Middle TN News on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We'll see you in September for our next show. And folks, thank you so much for tuning in this entire semester. Thank you for always supporting Middle Tennessee News. We can't wait to see you in the fall. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know. That's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank